Today, it's my honor and privilege to join in this announcement of a guilty verdict in the case of United States versus Josh Duggar.
After hours of deliberation and a trial that lasted about a week, former reality TV star Josh Duggar is convicted on child porn charges.
No person is above the law, regardless of their status in society, regardless of their wealth, regardless of their fame.
Tonight, Duggar is booked in the Washington County Jail, but his team says this isn't over yet.
We plan to appeal at the appropriate time.
Tonight, we break down the case garnering national attention with reaction and what comes next. We have reporters at the federal courthouse in Fayetteville and in studio covering every angle of today's verdict. Thanks for joining us tonight for your 5 News at 6. I'm Erica Thomas. Let's begin our team coverage with 5 News reporter Catherine Gilger, who joins us live outside the courthouse in Fayetteville to break down today's verdict. Catherine?
The jury deliberated for 4 hours yesterday and began deliberating again today at 8:30 before reaching their verdict at 10. The jury found Josh Duggar guilty of downloading and possessing child pornography, and then he was taken into custody. Here is Josh Duggar's latest mugshot as he was booked into the Washington County Jail earlier today. And here's a surveillance video from inside the jail as he was booked. Duggar could face up to 20 years in federal prison, and his sentencing will not be for another 4 months. Duggar's attorney, Justin Gelfand, had a very short statement as he left the courthouse.
We very much appreciate the jury's lengthy deliberations. We respect the jury's verdict, and we look forward to continuing this fight on appeal. We have no more comment at this time.
And take a look at this video of Duggar's wife, Anna, Jim, Bob, and other family members walking out of the courthouse today. None of them said anything. They just walked to an SUV and drove away. 5 News reporter Zoe Henry joins us live, where she has what the prosecution had to say after that guilty verdict came down. Zoe.
Now, following that guilty verdict this morning, the prosecution held a press conference just outside this building. And there they said this case is very important for all children everywhere to protect them from crimes just like this one. And they say they want to hold those criminals accountable for causing those kinds of crimes. Now, throughout the case, the defense has said that this was just to get a celebrity. It was all about getting Joshua Duggar because he was a star. They were starstruck. And the prosecution had a direct response to just that statement.
First and foremost shows that no person is above the law, regardless of their status in society, regardless of their wealth, regardless of their fame. This case shows that no person is above the law.
Now, inside the courtroom this morning, Joshua's wife, Anna, needed support. It was a tearful goodbye. They shared their last words before Joshua Duggar was taken away in handcuffs, and he did not leave this building again. Now, the family was surprised, and it was quiet and somber. I'm live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live. Zoe Henry, back to Erica.
All right, Zoe, thanks. Continuing our team coverage now, 5 News reporter Michael Wilson has been monitoring reaction online of those closest to the Duggar family. He joins us live in the studio with more. Micah?
Hey, Erica, you just heard from Zoe about reaction outside. You know, for the last 2 weeks, this trial has been emotional for many from both those inside and outside of the courthouse in Fayetteville. Now, a statement was released within the last hour. When I look at it, it's from Jill Duggar Dillard, who says Josh's younger sister says, in part, Josh's actions have rippled far beyond the epicenter of the offense itself. Children have scars, but his family is also suffering the fallout of his actions. Our hearts are sensitive to the pains Josh's wife, Anna, and their 7 children have already endured and will continue to process in the future. Now, this trial has felt more like a funeral than anything else. Josh's family has a long road ahead. We stand with them, we are praying for them, and we will seek to support them however we can during this time. Now, Josh's cousin Amy King tweeted about the verdict, and she says in part, may the jurors and the Judge Brooks seek healing/counseling from all that was exposed to them. May the children grow up with a real godly man as father figures who will guide and protect them. May the people who were once in belief have their eyes opened for the first time. And Amy's mom and Jim Bob's sister, Deanna Duggar, reacting as well tonight on Instagram, making a post saying in all caps, "Justice was served," praying for all those involved in the case. We also heard from Bobby Holt, a family friend of the Duggars who testified for prosecutors in the case. She took to Facebook saying, in part, "Guilty on both counts. God is a God of justice. Hashtag, finally somebody believed us." We also reached out to the Governor Asa Hutchinson's office for a statement today, and however, he has not got back with us yet. Erica.
All right, Micah, thanks. After the verdict was read this morning, U.S. Attorney Clay Folks released a statement saying more than 7% of the cases sentenced in 2020 in the Western District of Arkansas were child pornography and sexual abuse cases. The statement went on to say, quote, "This verdict also demonstrates that no person is above the law, regardless of wealth, social status, or fame. Our office will continue to seek out all individuals who seek to abuse children and victimize them through the downloading, possession, and sharing of child pornography." Billy Riggins with Homeland Security Investigations was the agent in charge in Fayetteville for this case. And after today's verdict was announced, he said it serves as an example that people who engage in crimes against children in Arkansas and across the country will be held accountable.
HSI protects our most vulnerable population, our children. And in doing so, it ensures that we bring online predators to justice using cutting-edge technology.
Prosecutors say the case was investigated as part of Project Safe Childhood, a nationwide initiative to combat child exploitation and abuse, first launched in May 2006. Josh Duggar's verdict today comes less than a week before his father